This week of Just Jeff TV is brought to you by White Porch Gallery, located in Miami, Florida.
The takeover, the break's over.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
You watching Just Jeff TV with Jon Louis, starring Jon Louis. Let's make it happen.
What's up, world? It's Just Jeff TV, and right now I'm in Miami, Florida, with the Painting Extraordinaire Jon Louis.
Hey,
how you feeling, baby?
That, man. Thanks
how you
for coming
feeling?
back down.
Thank you
Thanks
for having me.
Come checking me.
Oh man,
Appreciate
why
that.
wouldn't I? It's Miami. You have to do that.
So let's to it.
First things first. We're gonna get right deep into this. What is art to you?
What is art to me? I mean, I kind of feel like I've gotten that question so many times, but like art to me is like, I just feel like it's life in general. You know what I'm saying? It's history, it's future, it's past, it's present. It's everything, bro. Like everything I see, everything I create, everything, my thoughts, my general, my body, my mind. Because life is art. That's it. Like, so if you see art equal life, that's just the answer.
So how did you start this life? Like, at what point did you say, all right, let me go with this, because doing art is not something like most guys at a young age is doing. They're not painting, usually doing it for real. So what made you to take that next step and say, yo, I got some super talent,
you know,
and it needs to be sold?
I just think it was the energy that hit me, because I wasn't searching for anything, you know. At the point in time I found art, I wasn't searching for it. It just hit me out of nowhere. You know, I could just grab a brush and just start making it happen. Out of nowhere, it was just random. It was like one day I was sitting back.
How long has it been?
It's been like 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 3 years.
I don't know how you pull it off.
It's 3 years painting,
it's crazy.
man. That's just, it came into me.
How many hours a day do you put into painting? Like,
I probably from anywhere to 8 to 13 hours a day.
8 to 13. That's what you just wake
Pushing.
up, breathe, art.
Pushing it all day.
So what's it feel like, just in general, to have that type of power to wake up and do what you love every day? Basically, you said art is life, so wake up and live your life every day.
Man, to be honest with you, I'm finding ways to embrace it every day. You know? Find ways to embrace it and try to see like what's the meaning to all of this. You know, it kind of makes me analyze the world in general. As being an artist, you know, trying to analyze the whole world, trying to build my core. You know, I'm building myself through my art. So with my art, I'm actually building myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's life. So it's like when I'm putting that energy in life, I'm getting it right back. So this painting I'm doing is just like me feeding this energy to this painting, and it's coming right back to me.
Have you seen the change in your artwork as time went on, as different pains that you go through? Do you look at the art piece and say, oh man, I remember that? Does it bring you back to a certain place?
Yeah, I feel like the growth of my art is actually the growth of myself. So as I'm growing, as I'm maturing, as I'm building more ideas, more concepts, I see that growth in my art. So it's just like that. I mean, I think it's like a child, you know. 3 years ago, my painting was a toddler, you know, now it's growing
What's
up.
your biggest inspiration when it comes down to art?
My biggest, I will always say this, I mean, I've probably said this over a bunch of interviews, but women do inspire me. I mean, it's just like one of those things, I feel like when you build a relationship with other people, it inspires you as well. Yeah, I watch a lot of documentaries. Amy Winehouse inspires me, her documentary is kind of crazy. Shout out to Amy Winehouse.
So about the women, let's talk about the women real quick. How does it like truly inspire you? Like in depth, like what is it about the female that applies to your art?
I feel like just the curves, you know, the curves. I just feel like how everything's created and set together, you know. I mean, God, I think that's the most beautiful creation God has created, you know, for women.
Is that like your biggest? Do you have a target audience? Is that like this is from women? I want women to enjoy this.
You know, I don't target. I don't believe art should target any artist. I mean, I don't believe as an artist that I should target a group of people. Like, I just feel like I want everyone to accept it, or not everyone to accept it. I don't even care if you like it or you hate it. But as long as you form an opinion about it, is what I want my target to do.
So what's
so I want people to hate my art, and I want people to love my art.
So like, tell me one time, like the biggest type of appreciation you got, and the least where someone said no, it's like terrible stuff. Like what's the toughest?
It's funny because in my art gallery, I don't tell no one I'm an artist. So when I'm walking people around, they're like, oh, I like this art. And when they show me how much they love it, it's like, damn, this person really loves my art. They don't even know I'm an artist.
Do you appreciate your art enough, you think?
I feel like I don't. I mean, I create it within, because I create art from what's going on in my mind at the time.
Yeah.
And after that phase has driven away, then I don't understand art anymore.
But I mean,
sometimes
as far
I'm
as
like, damn, where
talent
where
level.
was I? Well, talent for sure. You know, I see my growth and I love it. I love every bit of it. You know, sometimes I'll bust out laughing and smiling about it, like, damn, I'm pretty good at this shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I be in the crib.
Is there any form of like competition? I play sports. I don't know about painting, but is there like any form of competition that you can have
I don't
as
believe
a
in
painter?
competition. I don't believe in competition as an artist. I don't. I don't feel like this is something I'm competing with anybody. I'm gonna be the best me as I can be. I'm competing with myself, you know.
And what is that? What's the
Mirror
best
reflection.
you? That
Just
you
know,
what are you reaching
you
for?
know when you're being productive and you know when you're not. Like you could time that. I mean, that's from birth. Like from birth, we got the hustlers and we got the people that are gonna be ambitious, and then we have the people that's gonna do the average 9 to 5. Like consumers and collectors. That's what we have. People who consume, and then the people that create.
That's a fact.
For sure.
So what do you do to step out that?
So sometimes I hop in both sides, but I'm trying to stay more on the creative side, you know.
Like what do you do to hang around
What I
more
do
women?
about it? Nah,
more
nah, nah.
inspiration.
I mean, so if you ask me what I do for inspiration,
Yeah,
I do
like
a lot.
to keep that drive going. 'Cause I know it's not easy, you know. You're out here by yourself painting these beautiful pictures, and it's up to someone else to come grab this off the wall.
Right.
And while keeping that drive and being consistent, you know what I mean. So I know it's not an easy thing to do. So like, what keeps you driven at a young age? You're 22. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people would have been through in the towel, you know. Because I know by the passion is more than the money. You get what I'm saying? Like, what keeps you like really driven? Like, wakes you up every day?
I mean, I think it's the fire of me wanting to be in the history books. I remember reading history books and reading about artists that worked their whole life as artists, and like what they brought to the world. Because you know, the world always changed from particular artists. Like Picasso had inspired so many developments around the world. So like those particular things that I want my name to be a name on this earth forever. I think that's what keeps me driven. Like I want to be in the history books. I don't care about this new art and this new wave and what people are creating now. Like I want to be in those history books.
So do you ever think about, just to bring it up, I know I don't want to bring it up, but
Right.
like as far as like artists being dead before they get appreciated, does that like ever go through your mind? Like, would people appreciate this enough while I'm still here? I know you're really young, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, maybe I would have thought about it more if I was less successful as an artist right now.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't really think about that, man. I'm just appreciating my time on earth right now. You
So
know?
like as far as your art, is there other things that you want to start to venture off into?
Oh yeah,
Your
for sure.
Creative
Art is
skills?
not even close, man. Art is like, that's just like a fragment of what I want to do, you know?
Talk to me. What else you got in? What else
Like,
you got in
that's
store?
exciting. Like,
what
I'm
else
saying,
you got in your
I
up your
really want to
sleeve?
reach out to fashion. I want to do art. I want to do screenwriting. I also want to do videography. I want to get into movies. I feel like my mind has so much inside that I haven't released to the world yet. Like I got so many thoughts, so many hidden features that you don't even know, you know?
Do you feel like you gotta remain patient, just stick to what you're doing now?
I'm tired of
focusing?
being patient. I'm an animal, man. I'm not patient for anything. Like I just go for it. So as of right now, I'm writing things down and trying to make everything happen as soon as possible, even before I have a budget for it. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait
Like
on
that's how
nobody.
hard I'll work for it, like even without the money.
That's how you gotta
Yeah.
do it. You know what I mean? Take what you have
This is what it
and
has
make
to
it
be.
what you want it to be.
Right.
That's all you could do as far as everything that goes. So as far as fashion, like what lane would you want to step in as a designer, as someone that's coming in? Every interior design. You get what I'm saying? I know we
Yeah.
spoke on that.
I mean, I really want to study fashion. See, art I didn't get to study, so I don't really know. Like the only thing I know about art is what I'm doing today. I didn't study art. I didn't go back behind history that much. You know?
Yeah.
I did a little bit, but not enough.
Do you believe that's
As
what
a-
allows you to be fresh as an artist? That you're
Yeah,
not
I
too.
mean, I believe it's going to give me the ability to bring something to the world that hasn't been replicated.
Yes.
You know, so I'm not really recreating anything. You know? So I think that's what's going to help out the most.
So as far as the people that you did study, did any artist in the painter that you really look to for inspiration, or you look to that maybe turned your interest on?
I really see. I don't have any like strong love for any particular artist. I mean,
Yeah.
I like a lot of things, but I haven't met or seen art that was like, oh, okay, this is my number one artist, hands down.
Yeah.
I'm kind of neutral between them all. You know, I love them for all different reasons. Some I love their personality, some I love their style, some I love, you know, their consistency. Like I love them for all different reasons.
So sound like the city of Miami, love it for a lot of different reasons. How do you remain focused in this city? Because you don't want to know how long it took to set this interview up.
Yeah. Stay focused.
But how do you stay focused in this city and keep grinding and not be distracted by the pretty women and beaches and you know, clear water and all those things that, you know, don't matter?
I'm gonna take a minute for that one. Cause I'm just trying to think like, damn, how do I stay focused? But
tell me, I mean, we gotta
figure it out together. It's a natural thing. I just want to say it's a natural thing. I just think it's in my soul, you know, it's already driven in me. That like turning back is not an option.
Yeah.
You know, going back to my mom's house is not an option.
Yeah.
You know, doing anything less of what I'm creating now is not an option. It doesn't feel like an option to me. Yeah. You know, so that's why I can never go back there. I gotta always stay driven, positive, motivated, and keep creating.
So is there other cities that you have in mind that you want to hit up? You want to start to branch over?
My next takeover is gonna be New York. That's 100%. It's been driven. It's been like birthed in my mind. I don't know. It's definitely my next takeover. I just have to stamp. I got an airbed for you. I just gotta stamp Miami. Like people gotta be like Miami. Oh, Jon Louis, Miami. Like it has to be like together.
And already, as far as Miami goes, you have a stamp on it. You know, you have an art gallery. You know, you're known in Wynwood. Like Like what would you say is, all right, I got a stamp here. Where else am I going now?
I would have to take
what would you have to see?
So much more. I just gotta take over so much more. It gotta be one of those things like I definitely don't feel like I've made that strong impression here. I don't think enough people know me. I don't think that my work has been spread across the Miami area. Most of my collectors are out of the country, so I haven't done my job yet. But once I do, I'll feel it. You know?
So let's get a little bit deeper in the bucket of paint. Let's get a little bit deeper. Let's talk about your childhood, your upbringing. Was it always as glorious as these paintings behind us?
My mom, you know, I was raised by a woman, and that's the most beautiful part that keeps me kind of faithful to this game is getting those characteristics from my mother, and she put me into like being a creative outlet and let me choose any career path. We grew up close to the hood, so I was always influenced by like kids in the hood, like what they do. So I was always in that crowd, and it was like entertaining to me to see how people kind of grew up and how their environment was. So I would always attract to that sort of crowd. And it took me a while to learn like this ain't the right, you know, choosing your crowds or being yourself. You know,
what was that?
It took me a while to learn that.
Learning experience that occurred that made you really put that in your mind?
I think seeing my father was a heroin addict, and watching him and the way he moved at home, I noticed that, you know, I didn't want to be like that or get to that point. So I think he helped me mature in a way, and God bless him, you know, he's 5 years strong, sober. And then another thing that hit me is when I went to jail. When I was 18 years old, sitting there and looking at everybody in there. It's like, I don't want to be like none of these people. And then coming back and hurting my moms, you know?
Yeah, so have you ever like gone out and put that message out there actually? Like, do you go
I think that's why my drive is a little stronger, because when I got out of jail and my mom picked me up and I seen her look in her face, I swear my mom looked at me like, this kid ain't gonna be shit, you know, or this kid fucked up, you know.
Like when you did that, did you already know better? Like, you know what, I should never even did that. Before you doing that,
you know,
like in the back of your mind, you already knew you shouldn't be doing it.
I found it like entertainment, like the things I did in the streets and the wrong things I did to other people. I found at a point when I was, you know, a young adult and immature, I found it entertaining to do those things. So it's like, now I had to build that and block that wall out.
So as far as the immaturity and the speeding up, is that one of the main reasons of it happening? Like what is that like waking up every day, like knowing that you're destined for more?
Exactly. Like feeling the fire in your soul, but you was just misguided. That's what it was. It was just a little bit misguided. I don't know where it came from. I wouldn't blame nobody, but it was just a little bit of misguidance on my behalf. And like after, you know, realizing that, seeing the look in my mom's face and changing my soul and giving my life to God, you know, and put art first. Yeah. Nothing has driven me away from my drive. How
do you see that you're actually growing and learning at a fast rate other than people your age?
Man, because when I hang out with people my age, I don't understand them. I'm just so lost. I mean, even with women my age, I feel like they're so dumb. Like, we're just talking about that.
I definitely understand
what what is she talking about? I can't even have a real conversation with her. Like, what did you say to me?
It's different, man. You got a lot of times people take knowledge for granted. People take wisdom for granted. Looks is looks, but ladies, if you're out there, like, please read a book.
Real, read a book.
Read a book. You know, work on your vocabulary.
Generation is crazy.
Become more articulate within your speech.
Yeah.
Right?
So that kind of troubles me, but, you know, God bless all women, straight up.
So what is, like, how much of a turnoff is that? Is it if a woman brain doesn't match her like, beauty?
Beauty is good on the outside, but that's like a 50-50. If the inside rotten, then I can't have it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a question. I have a personal question I heard from a friend as far as you and a body cast. That's all I know. Right. What is that situation about?
Body casting? Yeah, I just want to create like a 3D, something that you could touch and feel. A lot of artists, some of them, or even like curators and stuff, they don't like you touching the art, but I love when people touch my art. So I made like a 3D format so they could actually touch the woman's shape.
And when did you do that?
I was doing that right when I started painting.
So that was before painting.
Yeah.
So that led you into painting?
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about going back into sculptures?
Most definitely. I want to do bronze sculptures. Those gonna come out soon. Y'all gotta check me out, Jon Louis.
Are we talking
all day?
What kind of sculpture size are we
any
talking?
Any size. I'll go to heights.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go to heights. I'm interested in doing everything. I don't like professional balance sculptures. I do a little like abstract sculptures.
Yeah.
So it's always a little different.
I gotta
it's
see
never
it.
similar.
I gotta see it. I need the first one. I'm gonna put my order in. I'm gonna really grab that other one that's out there in the room. Cause I need that, the Bosky out. What's up with the boxing gloves? There's always a lot of boxing gloves. Like,
I used to box when I was a kid, like 15, 16 years old. But I'm blind. I can't see for nothing. So it's like boxing, I couldn't make it a career. It was just, I was too blind to see. So
did you use those hands? Like once you started boxing, did you start using your hands when you was younger?
I'm faithful with my hands, but at the same time, without my eyesight, you can't be a professional boxer. Like this is impossible. So I had to choose between boxing and art. And when I chose art, I just brought boxing with me.
If you say in your vision or you lack vision, like how does that not affect what you're able to put onto that canvas?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. I don't know, bro.
You gotta tell me.
Nah, because I wear my glasses when I paint, so it's like a whole different feel. When you boxing, you're not having no protection on your eyes or nothing like that, so it's different.
So moving forward, is there anything that we could look to see as far as Jon Louis coming up? Like, what else can we look for?
Well, I'm going to be doing a lot of abstract artwork right now. I feel like that's my drive for 2016 is what I'm seeing was my visions right now. A lot of distortions, not too much realistic features. I'm going to be in New York real soon, July and August in the Hamptons. I'm going to be hopefully taking over Cali this year as well. But New York is definitely a stamp, doing more art shows in Miami, collabing with brands, reaching out to Beats headphones. We taking over. That's all I'm gonna do. Definitely gonna be working with Jules Agency. Shout out to Jules Agency for all their hard work the ladies do out there is really impressive. And that's what we're doing. And Just Jeff blowing up too. So let's make it happen.
So listen. I'm down for a lot, but you got the view over here. I see a few ladies. It's nice out. Yeah. Let's go paint the town, man. There's nothing left. It's Just Jeff, and I'm signing out, man. Let's get out of here. Let's go paint this town.
I'm
not gonna remember that, but
alright.
She will.
She know numbers.
That's why you're gonna change your password after this.
Y'all fucking hilarious.
Oh my